In today's information environment, it's vital to adapt and evolve and have the passion, smarts, creativity, and vision to look beyond what's current. Strategic foresight is a problem-solving framework. It's going beyond commander's intent for a current situation and designing scenarios as solutions to that problem beyond what's happening today. Strategic foresight identifies drivers of change and analyzes them to form desirable outcomes. This way of thinking is vital to maintaining an edge over competitors. To explain this simply, suppose you are looking at an intersection in a busy city. Traffic is safely flowing. But what will this intersection look like going forward? What technology will exist? How will this affect your team, the organization, the community? To make sure the intersection is safe in the future, use strategic foresight. The process looks like this. Framing is step one. Identify the opportunity or problem. Think. What will this intersection look like 10 or 20 years from now? What will traffic flows be like? What vehicles will be on the road? How will these changes make things better or worse? Framing and asking the right question will lead to better outcomes. Scanning comes next. Collect information about the systems involved, the history, trends, analysis, and context. Think. What safety measures exist? How many accidents happen here? At what time of day do they occur? What needs to be sustained? What will become outdated? What will the population growth be? Empathize with your publics and other primary stakeholders being impacted by the problem. During this step, scan for the signals of change. Scanning requires insights. Look at futurists, think tanks, and research from academia, industry, and military leaders. Next is forecasting. This is coming up with alternative futures and describing the baseline needs for the organization to thrive. At this point, identify potential drivers of change and uncertainties. Which scenario is the safest or the most cost-effective for vehicles or pedestrians? Which scenario means our organization will be around or no longer needed? Think of this as coming up with multiple courses of action, from best to worst case scenario. This takes creativity and imagination. Step 4 is visioning. That means choosing a preferred future, predicting the implications of forecasting, and envisioning desired outcomes. How will your vision adapt for human variables, like pedestrians? What will happen if drivers don't respond the way you intended? What if their needs collide with your preferred future? Focus on people, what they'll be doing, and what it'll take to make them successful. Think about the best possible outcome for your organization. Planning comes next. Strategize and organize to achieve the vision by coming up with relevant options, just as you would for any other mission. How will you get funding to change how the intersection flows? How will you inform the community that changes for the intersection are coming? How will you measure the impact of those changes? Make sure there are measures to evaluate your progress and determine what success looks like. The last step is acting. Implement the plan and communicate the results of the actions you take. Create lines of effort and get started. Get to work. Without action, you're just imagining. You have to get things done. In each step of the strategic foresight process, keep in mind the 4 P's. Probable, possible, preventable, and preferred futures. Think. How to analyze it, how to realize it, how to avoid it, and how to obtain it. These steps can be used in conjunction with any planning process. As communication professionals, we should always be thinking ahead. This intersection of critical thinking and planning will keep the services innovating, relevant, adaptable, and moving in the right direction.